Hey, how's it? This is the Foundation coming at you with my Week 15 picks. What a crazy week of football, huh? Heroic plays, clutch plays, miracle finishes, all kind of things going on. And there's still a lot of football left to be played. Home field advantage is still up in the air. First round bye still up in the air. Some teams can clinch division titles. So that's that again. There's a lot of football left to be played. So I did 10-6. Great. My Cowboys winning on the one of the 10-6. Even better. And like always, I do my Cowboys videos separately. So anyway, let's get on with these picks. So Thursday night we got the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Now there's an outside chance that Gordon could play, one of the better running backs in the league. Game time decision, so that's a huge decision there. But and Spencer Ware is doubtful. But I'm gonna roll on a short week. I'm gonna roll with the home team, the Kansas City Chiefs. And like I said, home field advantage and all that. What a play though by Mahomes. Next is there's two Saturday games. So there's the Houston Texans versus the New York Jets. I got the Houston Texans. The Texans wants to win the division title to secure their playoff spot. So they have a lot to pay for. New York Jets though, I gotta give them props for going for the win. You got your hopefully you got your franchise quarterback, and you want to give him all the confidence in the world to go into next year. That to me is more valuable than a high pick. Next is the other side of the game is the Cleveland Browns versus the Denver Broncos. I got the Denver Broncos. They're just a different team at home, but I saw this scenario and I was just kind of tripping out because it will be a trip if this was to happen. If the Cleveland Browns win their final 3 games, now this is where I'm a little confused. But if the Steelers lose their last 3 games, and I don't know if it's or Baltimore losing their 2 of their last 3, Cleveland Brown wins the division title and goes to the playoffs. How trippy would that be? I mean, for Cleveland fans, that would be probably the ultimate thing in the world for them. I love my Cowboys. I'm a loyal Cowboy fan. But being a fan of football, that would be one of the most trippiest things to see, and all that. And be great for their fans. They're one of the more loyal fans in the league. I have no trips with them or anything like that, so it'll be great for their fans. But yeah, again, like I said, I got the Broncos because they're at home. Next is the Tennessee Titans versus New York Giants. Giants is clinging to on hope. Now that they're giving Barkley a lot of opportunities, now you're starting to see the fruits of that labor. And I'm gonna roll with the Giants over the Tennessee Titans. But this is gonna be a great test. I know the Chicago Bears are their biggest win so far, but this is gonna be a great test because their defense is one of the better defenses in the league. And even though I don't consider Marcus Mariota a elite quarterback, he's still a proven quarterback. And you got someone like Derrick Henry as well too. So they're playing they're playing for the division as well too, and a wild card. So they have a lot to play for. But I'm gonna roll with the Giants. Next is the Miami Dolphins versus the Minnesota Vikings. My brother still hasn't recovered from that Miami game. He's loving it though. He was just like. He was so pumped. I never seen him that excited in a long time. But the Minnesota Vikings, they're still clinging onto that final playoff wild card spot. They need to win this game. Next is the Washington Redskins for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Redskins down to Josh Johnson. Jaguars playing for pride. I got the Jaguars. Next is the Oakland Raiders versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I got the Raiders. I think John Gruden has finally got a hold of the team, and And if people talking about the whole draft positioning and all that, he has a lot of draft picks to work with. So he has a lot of ammo. So the draft positioning and all that doesn't mean, with that amount of ammo doesn't mean a whole lot. Like, yeah, of course you like to, try and draft as much players as you can, but at the same time too, you want to draft the right players. So he has a chance to move up, do whatever he wants and all that. Next is the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears have an outside chance of winning the home field advantage, and if they could do that, it's gonna be scary for a lot of teams, a lot of the NFC teams, because it's gonna be a weather that is like old school football. John Madden would have loved it if he was still calling the games and everything. So yeah, they would love to. And on top of that, you play in your oldest rivalry in football. What a way to take a step forward and beating them, and maybe possibly closing the door on their playoff hopes. Next is the Detroit Lions versus the Buffalo Bills. Again, I got the Bills, but again, you got your hopefully you got your franchise quarterback that you support and all that. You want to see him go into next season, going into the off season feeling good, getting confidence for next year. Next is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Baltimore Ravens. Here I am mentioning about the Cleveland Browns, but I got the Baltimore Ravens. They have a shot to win the division title as well too. So, and they're one of the better defenses in the league. Next is the Arizona Cardinals versus Atlanta Falcons. Call it hometown pride and the amount of points that I think they can score. David Johnson is kind of iffy for this game, but yeah, and I don't think the Cardinals can keep up with the points. And man, I feel bad for Larry Fitzgerald, but yeah, I got the Falcons. Next is the Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers. Seahawks pretty much have that wild card locked up. They're playing solid football. Not that much teams want to face them too in the playoffs. So they're playing solid football. Next is the New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two scenarios here. Pittsburgh played at home, but they're struggling. Patriots, after the shocking loss and not doing good on the road, it's weird. I'm gonna roll with the Patriots. Because on top of that, Big Ben is a little bit banged up as well too. So I got the Patriots. Next is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Los Angeles Rams. I got the Rams. They need home field advantage. They already lost on the road to New Orleans. They already lost on the road to Chicago. So they will need to have home field advantage. Philadelphia Eagles, the big news out of them is Carson Wentz has back spasms, or his back flared up from earlier. He had a back issue. Now it's flared up again. So this game he might not play, and he might even be shut down for the rest of the season. And Nick Foles, he could shock people again. But at the same time too, is like like a lot of things like should be said is that until they say Eagles are eliminated from the playoff picture, then it's that. But yeah, I got the Rams. Finally, the New Orleans Saints versus the Carolina Panthers. Another team. What has happened to the Carolina Panthers? They almost basically swept the NFC East, and they haven't really done much since. Cam Newton is a little banged up, so I'm gonna roll with the New Orleans Saints, and they would love to have. Now they got a shot at after the Rams losing, now they got a shot at winning home field advantage, and they would love nothing better than to play in that dome. All right, mahalo for watching, Paniola boys, and like always, go Cowboys.